Hello friend, and welcome back. Some of you know this, but I am not in Yichang anymore, so what better way to close my Yichang adventure than with a river cruise on the Zhenjiang to view this city at night. As I walked down, I saw this familiar image again, about the men who dragged boats up the rough waters in the Three Gorges, but I wasn't here for that. I was here for this, something that I wanted to do for a while. There she is, the ship that will let me view my home away from home one last time. As I boarded, I noticed that this was much different from the ship I took to Zhenjiang. I wanted to explore, but I was afraid I would not have a seat, so I grabbed one for the time being, a decent-sized crowd for a Friday night. I heard a commotion and chose to investigate, where I found this performance. Just when I thought it couldn't get any better, Levi joined in as well. We all watched their performances, and before we knew it, we had set sail. Now that we were moving, I got up and explored the different decks. There were 4 decks in total, but only 3 were accessible to me because I didn't buy a VIP ticket. I thought the lower decks were crowded. The top deck was insanely packed, but this is what I wanted to see, the gorgeous sunset. The route these ships take is to travel downriver before swinging around and traveling up towards Gezhouba for the finale, passing by many buildings and points of interest like this bridge here. It's one of several in Yichang, and I'm happy to see it all lit up. Looks like everyone else was happy too. We passed by many barges as well as Tianrata while it flashed in the distance. I was moving back and forth constantly looking for a better view when I stumbled upon this coin machine. My girlfriend and I are starting to collect these coins when we find them, so collect the coin I did. The city only grew brighter as the sky grew darker. I was awestruck by the colorful hillsides and buildings. I saw colorful buildings like these in bigger cities like Changsha, but not Yichang. Looks like a lot has changed since I first arrived in 2018. To quote from a childhood movie, it was a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. After a couple hours, we were approaching the finale of the cruise, Gezhouba, a lesser-known dam compared to Sanshadaba, but this one is still worth seeing. As you can guess, this is what everyone had come here to see, the process of going through the lock. Being the short guy that I am, I had a hard time even seeing it myself. I had to rely on my phone and other people's phones to see what was happening, as the bow of the ship was jam-packed with fellow travelers. We docked in a nearby wharf, the same one from the Sanshadanja experience, and I made my way off the ship. My trip was over, and the last thing to do was head to one of the many buses that were waiting to take passengers back to the starting point. It was a rough ride, but thankfully they dropped people off near CBD. And with that, it's over. I hope to see you again, Yichang.